Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We are back after a massive breakdown on Friday. How is it going? I hope everyone had a nice weekend. Let me just. Good morning. Monday. There we go. I just wanted to type something in the chat because it's Monday. We're back. Yeah, so quite interesting. Obviously we went exactly back to 20% of the previous weekly range. Now the question is this it, or does it want to go a little bit higher before it breaks down again? At this point, I wouldn't be too sure. So I'm still waiting for some more data. Hey, Naman Kakak. Guten Morgen. How are you? Good morning. How is everyone doing? Did anyone back test it, or did anything in the weekend to go over what happened this week, or did you guys manage to catch a trade to the downside? Hey Mareth, how are you? Good morning, good morning. Um yeah, so I just thought let me start at 1:30 because I wanted to start going over my analysis, and I thought why not start? Because I was just wondering like because we've moved quite a bit, I'm like, are we going to get a nice move in London, or are we going to consolidate again? So that's why I thought let me start earlier, because sometimes at 2 o'clock we can get a nice move. Then maybe it goes back into consolidation because we're sort of like going back into the range, as you can see. We hit 20% of the weekly range, which is technically the TGIF that we did not get on Friday. But the question we need to ask ourselves, does it want to go a little bit higher into the range, or is it done and it doesn't want to go back lower and keeps on going lower? So what do we look for? I'm looking for, oh my God, you hear that? Those are those birds tapping on the floor, on the window. I don't know what they want. They sort of want me to say hello and then they leave. Let me just check because they can really they have these big beaks and they just damage the glass. Just want to make sure. Hey, go. Hello. Yes, you can go now. They're so funny, but I don't know why they do that. I'm a bit tired, but I guess it's just a Monday thing. Yeah, if you're tired, um, just try not to make too many decisions trading wise. And yeah, I mean, it's sort of like it's a thing. You sort of have to have focus, right? I don't know. I'm also sometimes really, really tired when I wake up already. And those days, you just have to be more I paper trade, especially those days I start paper trading. But I don't know why. Sometimes you wake up already tired, and even though you think you slept well, I don't know what that is. I had that a couple of weeks and a couple of times actually. You guys noticed that, right? And I've shared it as well. I'm so tired, and I just don't know why. And nothing really is different my sleeping schedule, but I don't know. Maybe it's the weather or change in weather. I have no idea why. Sometimes you already wake up being tired and exhausted. I don't feel that way today, though. I don't feel that way today. But we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Red. I'm also not good at doing naps during the day, which I should because we do London, and if I trade New York, it's quite a long day. But if I take a nap, I'm so tired. Then I'm really tired. I don't know why. I just don't wake up I'm lost. I feel horrible. in the afternoon. But hey, maybe I need to learn how to nap better. Okay, well, let's see, guys. Let's have a look what's happening. So I marked here. We this is exactly the 20% range here. You can see the bodies didn't go over it, and now we're going lower. We created a fair value gap with this one, right? With the open. So the question is, are we forming this 4-hour wick to go higher, to go into here? Or are we just going to break down and leave this for another time, maybe? I'm still not sure. I just want to, I was looking at the 15-minute breaker. Let's see, we already went through this. Let's see if we're disrespecting this area here. Yeah. Oh, we took out Asia low. Okay, I gotcha. See, that's a lot of things happening already, right? Lucky you. I think you're right. It's probably the weather. It's quite humid here. Marath, where are you again? I'm sorry, I totally forgot. Oh, I love humidity. Oh, my body just loves humidity. You know, I'm one of the crazy people here. Every time when it gets warmer, I'm like, oh, thank God. I just love my body just does well with heat. I'm just doing so much. I get really tired when it gets colder because my body just needs to work so hard to keep warm, and I just don't like it. But oh, I know most people, it's the other way around, so I totally get it. But I just love. I grew up in Singapore, which is one of the most humid countries, I guess, because we're very near the equator. I just love humidity. No, yeah, I don't know. Oh, you too. It can be tiring. It's really hot. I mean, you know, it can be a little bit tiring sometimes, but I prefer give me humid and hot over cold and I don't like cold. I just don't like it. But anyway, um, yeah, let's just see what we're doing here. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to form a couple of these on the 4 hour. Because we have such, you know, after a large day like Friday, market needs to calm down and consolidate a little bit. So we have to be prepared for some consolidation, which is technically, you know, healthy. So yeah, that is something to take into account, which is not something, you know, not normal. It's Monday. I think it's a no news Monday as well. So yeah, that makes sense. So these are the Mondays that you might want to be. You know, people sort of say, "Oh, it's Monday, no news." I'm not going. No, we can have a lot of good Mondays with a lot of movement. We've had such a we have a trend days on no news Mondays as well, but it just depends on how the price has been behaving, right? But now we had a really excessive large day, to be expected, by the way, at some point. But yeah, we don't have any news. So this could be one of those no news Mondays, consolidation. And then also tomorrow, no news, only yellow folder. Yeah, until Wednesday. Wednesday is CPI, and then I think we have PPI, CPI and PPI Wednesday and Thursday. So yeah. So guys, yeah, so we could start out on Monday with a little bit of consolidation, but let's see. Let's see what price is showing. Me neither. The only time I do is when I'm on a snowboarding trip and spending time in the mountains. Yeah, you know, I also always say I do like in the Netherlands when it was really cold and it was freezing and we could ice skate on natural lakes. But then it will be sunny, you dress up well, you know, that was sort of like magical. But yeah, that was actually really nice. But that's, you know, that didn't happen a lot that we could do that. So, and then obviously at some point you get too cold, you want to get back inside. But I love those. That was the only part that was nice about winter. Most of the times it was like autumnish, rainy, and then you have this wet snow which gets very mushy and dirty and slippery, and it was a more hassle than fun. But oh, the ice skating on the lakes, that was just magical. And then, blue skies, a little bit of winter sun. Um, yeah, that if I would see like, oh my God, we have such a good winter, we're ice skating, then I would like, oh, I wouldn't mind going to the Netherlands and enjoy that. But yeah, okay, let's see, guys, if we're gonna go up from here. I do like this area. What time is it? 1:43. Maybe this is where we should start. Um, Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it for ages to be. And then we have one our area in the Netherlands. It's called Friesland. It's like the north, and they have beautiful lakes. It's very watery there, and there's a lot of water. And then yeah, it's really nice. I mean, that's just really such a you have those cards which you can send, and it's just I think it's it goes back into the old days where it's part of the Dutch culture, the ice skating, and yeah, and the winters used to be better in there. I guess when there used to be a regular normal winter, but I don't know. I guess global warming. Well, let's not go there. But yeah, now I prefer just give me. I prefer now just summerish weather. Just give me. I actually never went on winter. I never. That's the only thing I don't really regret it, but I've never. I always chose my holidays to go to warmer climates, but I never went skiing or snowboarding. And I wish I actually did. I want to learn. I still want to do it. But then again, I'm like, okay, if I can choose to go to a warm country or cool, I always choose the warm. But I would like to learn how to snowboard or to. I think I prefer. I don't know what I would like to do. What do you guys? Are you guys have any preference on snow? Are there snowboarders or skiers around? And do you guys choose one or do you do both? And is it easy to learn both at the same time? I'm just wondering. I think I would like to learn both, but I think it's better to learn one at a time, right? Like everything. But which one would you guys prefer? Let's say you're not a spring chicken anymore, but you're still very fit. You're not 15 or 18, right? But you want to start snowboarding or skiing. What would you guys prefer? Okay, let's watch this. I want to see if we're going to reject here and go higher, or are we just going to consolidate? Um, yeah, so that's my only thing, guys. The only thing is that I'm thinking, are we just going to consolidate here now instead of going higher or back into the range or moving lower? I'll do a poll, by the way. Um, let's see how our 4 hour is going. 0.62. I like it. Yeah, I know. Hey, Lance, how are you doing? Did you have a good weekend? Did you manage to catch any of that short Friday? So, snowboarding is a lot of fun. I learned both alpine and snowboard at the same time, but I do prefer snowboarding. Cross country skiing has never really been my thing. I, I yeah, I think everyone will have a preference, right? And it's better just to focus on one. I think if I look at it, I think snowboarding, I think you have more, well, obviously you have nothing to, I don't know. I really don't know which one I would prefer. But I think if I, the looks, I think snowboarding, but you cannot just go off the looks. It has to be a feel. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just have to try, right? You just have to try. But I just, when would I go? I'm here in Africa now. Would I really book a holiday into the cold when I'm already complaining about crispy nights here and happy when it gets finally summer and humid again? So I don't know. We'll see if it comes to that. It will be a miracle though. Okay. Now look at the 15. Are we gonna engulf this whole candle again? I don't know if we're just gonna do it from here. So now it could, but I think it might want to make a few more 15-minute candles before it either retest this area more or goes back up. I'm gonna do a poll. Do you guys think we're gonna go higher again, or are we done with the upside? And are we just gonna go lower? Now, I don't know if you guys have watched ICT's comments this weekend. I call it a big short Friday, makes my profits for TPT. I love trading, even the bad days. Yeah, you have to appreciate the bad days because those are your learning days, right? Yeah. I caught a massive trade as well on Friday. I had to wait a little bit longer for my to be really, really confident. I had to wait until the 1050 macro. The short was already there. I mean, I said it, and also I said, oh, I'm waiting for 300, but it never made it to 300. I think the max was when I was gone to 276, 275-ish. But that tells you a lot. It tells you it's too weak to even go there. So it was already, I was bearish, but I just couldn't find a good entry for a while. I really needed to wait. And then it took a little bit longer, so I got a little bit up. I got very impatient at some point, and also I was like, does it really want to spike up a little bit more before going lower? So I was sort of like, and I stopped. I was framing the 250 point trade, so I couldn't frame it with 40 points or less. I had to go over, but I did it because I was like, yeah, it's bearish. I cannot frame a bullish trade anymore. I was so uncomfortable because I'm not used to. I hate it when I go over 40 points risk. No matter the trade, it doesn't matter. And at some point, it finally went. So I was really, really happy. And I could finally trail and get my stop lower to at least a little bit less. But yeah, I managed to get 246 points on Friday. So that was quite nice. And then I watched, and then I just closed. It was at noon, I was done. And I just closed everything. And later on, after the market was done, I looked and I like, oh my God, there was even a nicer. Well, I mean, there was still continuation to the downside. But I was looking, how would I have traded it? On Friday, I just tend to be done and just don't even look anymore. But yeah, there were a lot of opportunities, I think. I don't know. Did anyone catch the short after lunch? So the lunch, the end of day, because I think that was pretty nice as well. But yeah, it wasn't really easy. Okay, so let's see. We are rejecting here at the moment, but the question is, are we really going to go much higher? I just want to watch 150 macro. Yeah, so in all fairness, 246 points is also not my regular average. So, but because I framed the trade, I saw, okay, I was like, okay, this could be doable. I framed it, and that's why I allowed my stop to be a little bit bigger. But it's also not natural for me. I'm also getting more into it. But hey, listen, I'm very, I would be, for me, it's impressive when anyone even if it's say, hey, listen, I'm consistent with $10 per day. That is for me impressive. If you can, if it doesn't matter if it's 10, the 10 will become 20, the 20 will become 40, the 40 will become, but just throwing around large numbers doesn't mean anything. But consistency is the key, guys. Even if you're consistent with a low amount, that is the thing that you want to acquire. Not having one time a lot of money, because most of the times, well, that was how it went with me. I could make big things, but I wasn't consistent. It's the consistency that counts, not the amount of money. That's why I'm never interested in people. I never share. It's more for me about, okay, what's the R to R? What's the setup? People can throw out, amounts all the time, but they might lose it the next trade anyway. I mean, it doesn't mean anything, right? The consistency is what counts. The process is more important. Are you following a set of rules? Are you rule based? Lens, it's just you have to work on your models, and you grow into it. When you start with a model, be happy with 10 points, be happy with 15 points, then you get comfortable and you journal, and then you, oh, like I always say, when you journal, you're looking at that model. Okay, how, if I would have held longer, what will be my trade? What are my if then statements? What needs to occur? That's how you grow into them. But I keep sounding like a broken record. You have to journal, and you have to see these things, and then you have to say, okay, I only got 10 points, but that's more than enough when you're starting, because you just want to be comfortable with your level where you're at that moment. I started that way, and then I journal and I look, okay, 10 points. Now, how? And then obviously, in hindsight, you see that it went higher, right? I was never complaining about 10 points, never. Or in the beginning, I maybe wasn't okay. Shut the f up, and you learn how to get more out of it instead of, oh, I should have, oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's for losers. No, we don't do that. You journal and you find a way for next time to be in that trade. I know it sounds harsh, but don't blame anyone else but yourself. If you want to have more, you journal and you learn. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, it doesn't work. It's not going to change anything. I really come and hijack. No, you don't. No, it's fine, Lance. I'm happy that you do. It's all about communicating, and I wish you guys could talk on stream as well. That's something I really want to start doing. Okay, hold on. I like this setup. I think I'm gonna go for a. I'm just starting the weekend paper trade for me only, guys. I like it. Um, let's see if it. So I'm just want to figure out if we're going to consolidate or are we going to expand to the upside again. So I'm still not sure because of this large down close candle. Are we just going to go into it and just go lower, or are we going to consolidate? I think we should go into this fair value gap because we created, oh, ES. It's Monday. We had a large day. Uh, 1 hour. Hmm. Are we going to go for Asia high? Okay, let me do a poll. Oh, my hands are so cold. Okay, let's see. Bullish, bearish, or accumulation. So I'm just paper trading, guys, just to see if... look, I don't think we can go straight up from here, to be honest. We'll see. If it does, it does. But I want my stop. I'm going to move my stop a little bit. Okay, let me move my stop. It's a paper trade anyway. It's a 1, 2. Trying to see if it respects the breaker. Bullish 60%, accumulation 40%. I like this trade actually, to be honest. I like it. I think we might not go lower. Yeah, I like it. What time is it? 1:50. So almost 2 o'clock. I think we might get an expansion, 2 o'clock expansion. This is one of those days that 2 o'clock expansion might occur. Let's see, it might expand. Let's see if it wants to do that, but maybe just... Let's see if we can get 2 o'clock expansion to the upside. Yeah. There we go. Okay. This 2 o'clock expansion. Now keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, my baby. Keep going. Keep going, baby. You can do it. Go to the red line. There you go. There you go. 2 o'clock expansion. I actually made a video on it. Now the question is, does it want to continue or not? I think up to 2 it can run. Hold on, I need to close the curtain because of the sun. Hey, hello, Gigi. Okay. Boom. Nice, almost 40 points in the pocket. I just want to see if it's going to continue or not, because I'm not sure if it's ready to really continue yet. If so, I do think we're going to go for Asia high. But let's see. I still want, I'm a little bit vigilant in this area because of this large candle here. and also NQ or ES. I just want to see if it can move past this area. So I'm willing to be a little bit more paid. But this was a nice base hit. I can do base hits now. I'm getting better at it. I'm starting to get better at it. How many points was that? Okay, all fairness, I took a small micro as well, but just before 2 o'clock. Very small one, just one micro. Just because I saw the move, I saw it coming, but only up to here. But paper trading, so I was already a little bit when I woke up quite early and I was already looking at the market. So I already was doing a little bit of paper trading already, all fairness. But I mean, it's just, you really want to test the waters first before it's the same like when you are playing tennis or when you're a golf player. Do you go straight to the court and you start? No, you have like a few balls, you try, you hit it, before you start your game. Same with golf, right? You do practice swings. It's the same thing, right? Don't you guys think it's normal that we just practice first before we go for the real thing, right? Isn't it the same with sports? Like we do, you get your body into the full. It's like a routine. I don't know. I find it quite odd that not many people do it. And I'm like, yeah, but if I start golfing, I go to the range first. I do a few I practice. And then before you start the countdown and your scores. But isn't it the same thing, guys? Don't you think it's a little bit similar that you need to warm up before you have to fine tune little things. Oh, I need more coffee. Oh, I missed that. Don't you guys think it's the same? Hey, Axie straight. Yeah, no, I took a little micro here. I did on the, but not. It's not a serious trade. It was just more for me to see if we are ready to make that 2 o'clock expansion. But it's not really. So that's the thing. I don't really. For me, it's like, okay, do we really want to go higher? We go equal highs here. Do we really want to expand now or go back to Asia high? Um, Range or hit against the wall with paper legs. So, yeah, Lance, I don't agree. So for me, it's so the same, because I have disconnected from the outcome. For me, it's about the process. So if I am not doing well on my paper trade, it's already, I can get really pissed off if I am impatient. It's the moment you disconnect from the outcome, paper trading does work because it tells you your process is not in tune with whatever you need it to be. So that's the difference why paper trading doesn't, and back testing doesn't work for me at all. It needs to be forward testing. But then if you disconnect from the outcome, paper trading has a lot of value because for me, it's also the journaling that comes afterwards. So it's the whole process. So for me, it's a very actually, my paper trades are more valuable than my actual trades because they help me get my larger trades. And they give me so much information already. And they tell me how if my brain is working and if I know I'm in tune, I will be more ready to put in more contracts when I do get in because I know already everything is in line and it already tells me if I already would put on a lot of contracts, it already drains my mental capital a little bit, if that makes sense. I'm still even though they give me information and I'm sort of like, it's just a different. I don't think it's a good thing. The skin in the game, the draining of your mental, it's not a good thing, to be honest. It just takes away more focus of your trade that you need to have when you are putting on more. The moment I put in a trade and it's like everything lines up, I can sit back and I'm really relaxed. You've seen it. I don't care what happens. But I can only get to that point when I feel very comfortable. And I can't feel that confident when I put it on my first trade like that, because I just need more information, and I need to have the confidence that I'm reading the market right. I don't know that yet if I just start the stream and I haven't been really trading actively yet. So for me it's like it's also like a routine to get into, and then yeah. So what does that information tell me? Like, okay, I did right by only putting it up to here because we're not ready to move yet. But does it mean we're bearish? I don't know yet. I think it looks pretty bullish to me now. Um, hey, Green Globe Explorations, how are you? I'm doing great. How about you? So, Lance, because you shared some of your struggles, or I don't want to call them struggles, but things that for you, the trade needs to get that dopamine hit. So for you, it's you're very focused still to the outcome, right? So for you, the paper trading doesn't really do anything because you want that money win. But if I could only just share with you or give it to you how it feels not to have that, it is such a. I've seen trade work out on paper 100 points and just be okay with it. The JOMO, right? Well, it's you who called the JOMO, by the way. It's so funny. You're actually the one who actually gave us that word, and you don't even enjoy it yourself. I wish you did. I can only wish it because it will reflect in your P&L very quickly. You're the one who actually gave us the word. All credit to you, my friend. The JOMO, the joy of missing out. But it's actually not. It is a JOMO of missing out then at that moment. But it only sets us up for a better trade most of the time. So yeah, but hey, you're the one who gave us the JOMO. And you're not even actually experiencing. That's such a really sad thing. Well, you actually you gave us the word. Hey, all credit goes to you for that word. I think it's the first time, and I think it's one of the best things I heard in trading space. Really, the JOMO. We're here about the JOMO, guys. We are making money though. It's not that we don't want to make money, but okay. So now, what is this telling us? We had some expansion at 2. That's the start of the 4-hour candle, right? We sort of like stopped here. But let me, by the way, mark my. Oh, why are you not doing it? Oh, by the way, guys, I finally got my shit sorted in regard to the driving license. So Friday I went back. They finally couldn't get me on. I had to wait 3 hours in line again just to pay, which I should have done on Thursday, but everything on Thursday did not go the way it was supposed to be. But finally, I have a date. Hold on. And I have to do exam next month, the 2nd of July. So there won't be a stream in London the 2nd of July because I will do my driver's. I'm driving here because I still have my Dutch driving license, but it's expiring. So I need to apply for South African. Otherwise, I have to go back to the Netherlands and do it there, but I don't want to do that. So I am studying now every day 10 pages. And I'm like, oh, I actually did. Sometimes I see a sign, I'm like, oh, I actually didn't know that. Oh, I was like, maybe it's a good thing I'm doing this. You just get normal, you just, Everybody thinks they're a good driver, but I don't think I'm a bad driver. I never had an accident. Well, that's not true. That now I'm lying. Okay, let's see. Access trade, I decided to focus only on New York session to specialize. What do you think about it? Access trade, if you feel like you're doing better in New York and you have a model that seems to be working in New York or you want to focus on it, yes. But I would not limit yourself. I would still, if you are awake or if you are on time zone, I would still look at the market and journal the market as it prints, just also to see if it is really what you want. But yeah, it is. I think there's nothing wrong with focusing on one time and specialize in it because it's all about getting to know the levels and how things work. But the price works in cycles. It's not always the same in New York or like. But my stats are telling me most of my money I've made lately in New York. Yes, because in London, for some reason, I just haven't been doing I haven't found those large trades that I managed to get in New York. I still haven't figured out of if it's like because I have more intel or is it just its price. But I like the fast moves. I like to be done in a if it sometimes we have moves in London that it starts dribbling down. It's still a large move, but I tend not to take those, even though I can see it's where it's going because it just doesn't. And I always say "Ugh, I hate this kind of move," so I try to stay out of it. I always you see me always catch the ones with. I try to catch. Let me rephrase, rephrase. I try to catch those that are faster, and I let the slower one go. But yeah, so for some reason I also do better in New York, but I'm still keeping my an open mind because I have done really well in London as well previously, but for some reason lately I have not in the sense of large trades. But yeah, I think it's good to focus on and you just paper trade if you feel like okay, I'm awake anyway and watching the market. I'm just watching London and that's why I do pre-market prep because the the intel, the information you get from London is so valuable, guys. We're so lucky to just be able to watch the market and see what it already does. Sometimes it leaves very clear levels, and okay, well, most likely we're going to revisit then. But yeah, but I think it's a good thing to focus on one for a time being, but don't limit yourself by not journaling or look at the market. Like, okay, what happened here? Is New York continuation of London, for example, or did London accumulate or did we reverse? It's always good to look at those things. Yeah. Jomo, yeah. Yeah, like Friday, I just closed my account at 12 o'clock. It hit my level. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to give anything back today. I just closed my account. I closed everything and I looked after. I looked when after the market was closed, I looked and like, wow, it really went down a lot. I want to share something with you. Did you guys notice where the price went? Has anyone watched? Has anyone figured out how low price could go? Like I said, I wasn't focused on the end of the day, but I want to show you guys something. How algorithmic, it's not buying and selling pressure, what people think. It went exactly to a point. Did anyone figure it out? I figured it out in hindsight, or I noticed it and was quite, I think, did anyone, did anyone trade the PM session in New York? Just curious. Did you guys see where price went? Let me wait a little bit because I want to see if anyone knows before I give it away. It's a higher time frame level, obviously. Obviously. It's a CE of something. The CE of what? Okay, I like it. Still looks bullish to me, the price action. No. I'll give it one more. No? Okay. Let me. I still have this, by the way. This is my target if we go lower. This daily fair value gap, by the way. Now, it's hard to see because we went. Did we go lower? It was exactly 50% of the monthly. We stopped at exactly, the body stopped at exactly 50% of the monthly candle. Now the wick went lower. Not the monthly FUG, no, the monthly candle. There is no monthly FUG. We are forming now. We are forming the monthly FUG. We closed the closing price exactly 4 o'clock, 4:15 was at 0.5 of the monthly candle. Go back in your chart, you can see it. Okay, here we go. I think we're going to be bullish again. Yeah, I think I want 219. I think we're gonna go higher. I'm gonna. This is a paper trade, but I might go into my account as well because I really like. I'm really starting to like what I'm seeing. Um, I might even like it here. Yeah, it's bullish to me. 220. Pull 53% bullish accumulation. Okay. Yeah, I'm more bullish than bearish now, I think. Let me see. Are we gonna go? What are we doing? You know, I really like 430-ish. I don't know if we can reach it today in London. My targets have been a little bit too high. Obviously, sometimes I'm off. Like Friday, I was off 25 points. I said 300 and it didn't reach it. I do think we can go. We're going to take Asia high. But the question is when. The question is when. Are you going to go over the red? I think I like, you know, once we start going up, I think this is all engineered liquidity to be taken. So I might get in also on like, reformed this wick here. Let's see. 120. Can we get over these levels here and go higher? Or are we going to go just into this level here and go lower? That's the question. Zero 0.5 is here. 2089. $20.89 is a safe trade here. It's a very small trade. But is it ready to pop higher? I don't know. If this is, you want to go higher or not? Yeah, 89 is the max, I think. So 20 more points. Let's see what it does there. Maybe it just wants to consolidate a little bit more there before going higher, or are you done there? What time is it? 2:25. Let's see what 2:30 brings. God, I'm so cold. 289. Let's see here. And it should be protected. I don't want it to go lower than this wick here. I'm on my way. I'm on my phone just watching. I can't tell which way market's going, but it's looking bullish right now. Yeah, definitely bullish. But I'm just wondering if if it can go over this end dog here. So 289-ish. Let's see if it wants to. Once it goes over this one, I think we're good to go for Asia. Hi. Just want to make sure that we are. Let's see what it wants to do here. Yeah, I want to see this level. Can I trill? Okay, let's see. Almost 230. Just want to make. This is an important level here. Just want to see if we get over because this wick could be the premium discount. Nicely done. 227. So we got this liquidity. Question is, are we ready to move higher or not? 229. Mm-hmm. I like it. Um, Thinking if I want to already raise my TP to that 430 level or not, or should I wait for another leg to the downside first? Oh, yeah. I'm sort of like, I'm very interested in a little bit higher, but I'm wondering if I should raise my TP already, or should I be just take this level and just. I really like 430. Let's leave this. 289. 230. 232. 189. I think I want to get out of the trade for now. Yeah, I'm going out. I'll reassess. Um, it's 2:35. I would rather wait for the next for London Open now because it's 2:30. We took out significant highs here. I still think we're going to go higher though, but it might want to go a little bit lower first again, and it might give me a better entry. Well, I don't think so, but I would rather not let it go all the way back. I just I'm getting better at base hits, I guess. 50 points. It was over 50 points, right? Oh shit. That was already done. Yeah. So also I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, this is the 4 hour, right? So as an expansion trader, this is not a scenario that I like to see as a distribution trader, but it can still give distribution, but not the distribution I like from. So we're sort of like starting to consolidate a little bit on the 4 hour. You can see that one 4 hour candle. There's another 4 hour candle. We could still expand, but not in the way away from this level, right? We do have a fair value gap here. I still like 431. Was it the 431? What was the level? What was I looking at? See, I didn't write it down. Where did you know? I'm so cold. Okay, I quickly need to go to the bathroom. Let me see what the poll's saying. Bullish 50% accumulation. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we might get an area, like I said, maybe consolidation a little bit, right? Which is okay. Which is okay. Yeah, so for me is that I really have to get comfortable in London taking smaller trades. You know, if I look only for the large moves, I don't get a lot of trades nowadays because it's just not my. But I am able to catch smaller trades, which I just have to get more easy with or more comfortable with. So, yeah. Okay, let me quickly go to the bar. I'll be right back, guys. I think I need a coffee as well. Hey, Lucky Mon, how are you doing? Well, thank you for hanging out here. I agree. I I appreciate it, your kind words. But I should be thankful of you guys. Yeah, let me quickly get. I hope you had a good weekend too. Did you manage to catch a trade, Lucky Mon Friday? Did you manage to do anything? Um, what time is it? Yes, 2:39. Okay, we're gonna prepare for the next macro in London Open. Let me quickly get a refill on my coffee, do a bathroom stop, and hopefully I can open up the curtains again so get some sunshine in. I'll be right back, guys. Give me about 5 to 7 minutes max. I need this. I'm back. Hey. Okay, here we are. Ooh. Um, this stream is a diamond in the rough. All these trading streams are terrible. Everyone is after a cash grab. Things like. Oh, Lance, thank you so much for the compliment. That's a nice thing to hear Monday morning. Thank you for that. Um, okay, let's see. We just try, it's just, like I said, I was never planning to be a YouTuber. It was that the previous prop firm that I used to work with, that someone there really pushed me because we couldn't, with how things were going, I just couldn't excel at that time over there because we had to work with project acts and it just wasn't, I didn't have my indicators and yeah, and it just came from a also organic way, you know, just like how the universe, sometimes the universe brings you somewhere without you, you don't, yeah, it just happens. It's really actually very strange because I would never ever thought by myself to start a YouTube channel, never ever. And here we are. So, yeah. Okay, let's see, because I'm still bullish, but I just want to, I don't want to be caught in accumulation too much or enter a trade. But on the other hand, I'm like, okay, are we going to, is London going to expand higher? It looks a little bit to me like it might, right? What do you guys think? Um, I don't know. I had to work with Project X, and I did not like it too much. So I don't know what happened to it, but they now have moved. Now the good thing is that they now are working with Tradeovate and Ninja Trader as well. Because I think they also noticed that it was just there was better. I think most traders prefer Tradeovate, Ninja Trader nowadays. I think those are the two platforms that are most popular. I don't know if there's really people a lot. Mon Nom Nom, I do. Hey, Mr. Chaos, how are you? I was like, where's everyone? I mean, I'm like, where is. Let me just check if I put it on live chat. Yeah, where is Methor? How is he not still here? I do trade New York, but I only traded. I used to trade it by myself, and I open it up just not to, because it's where I make most of my money, and I'm very highly focused. So only through pre-market prep now. So I'm actually extending the pre-market prep a little bit, which I actually wasn't the planning, but I think it works well. But I'm thinking about doing some live stream in the New York PM session, lunch PM. But lately I've just been falling asleep because, like Mareth, I'm tired sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, okay, you know. But I like doing that. But we'll see. Hey, Mr. Chaos, how are you doing? Hey, Method, there you are. We've been missing you. I know you were on holiday, but it's like, hey, you have been missed, so you know. And I was like, you're back. Yeah, I know. After vacation, need to get back into. You're forgiven. We are forgiven. It's okay. Happy to hear from you. Hope you had a nice holiday. Hope you had a nice holiday. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to take a break from the market. Yeah. It's always hard to get back on track after a holiday. So yeah, also with trading, even though if you don't trade, it's always, you know, you need to take like sometimes it's really good to take a full break, but if you are maybe busy, it's just good maybe sometimes to, unless you're on family holiday or whatever, but sometimes it's just good to, if you're not trading, just to look at the markets, end of the day, what happened, blah, 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 so you're not totally disconnected. Well, not when you're away on, but you know, sometimes you're taking like a mini break just from trading. But you don't have to take a break from the market in the sense of watching the market. But when you're on holiday, yes, then you take a full break, obviously. Very nice and stressful with three kids. Oh, I didn't know you had three kids, but it was a lot of fun with a great time. Happy to hear. Yeah, you went to the forest, right? Yeah. Stressful with three. How old are your kids, by the way? What age are they? I guess they're very young then, if it's stressful, or. Black Forest, yeah. 3, 5, and 9. No, 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 Lucky Mon. No, no, no. I have to. No, this is the thing, Lucky Mon. Friday, finally, I managed to finalize the onboarding. So that means I paid and now I am registered to do the exam the 2nd of July. Or the 5th of July. It's a Thursday. I think it's the 5th. Yeah. So the problem was Thursday I went there and I had to wait and they sent me to the wrong queue. And by the time I was done, the cashier was closed. So they told me oh, come back tomorrow. I'm like, are you kidding me? I need to drive a long way. So that's why the Friday stream was a little bit shorter as well. And I started earlier. But I had to wait three. It's like they only have one cashier and like the line is long. You wait like 3 hours. Um, but you know, I must say I had the nicest conversations in line, and it's just you know, you have to submit just like trading. It actually made me think about that. And the lady at the cashier, she saw me and she was like, "Oh, you're back." And she was the one that had to send me away because she says, "No, I need a slip because I need to know what I have to pay." I'm like, "Oh my God, I've just been waiting." Thursday was 1.5 hours wait. And I think I'm exaggerating a little bit. Friday it was about, I think, a 2 hour wait. Yeah, in total it was 3 hours. So it was two. And I said, "Yeah, you were close by the time we were done, so I had to come back today." So she was like, "Okay, well, we'll sort it out." So now I'm finally registered and I am okay to go. But this took 3.5 months to get this done, to get there, because I needed a passport verification that wasn't sent. I had to go back many times, but I'm finally going to do it. So, yeah. So, it is sometimes like I was sitting there and I said, and I was thinking, oh, this is also the same like with trading. You just have to submit to time and just accept what it is and just wait. And I was thinking about that, and I've like everything actually goes back to the same thing: patience and just not getting upset about it, because you can't change anything about it. It's just the way you have to sometimes. And that, you know, also I moved to a country that where I wanted a slower pace of life. So obviously these things work differently a little bit, but it's the charm of it as well. And I'm like, okay, you wanted this, so don't complain about it, right? You wanted a less regulated stuff, less, you know. And then some things are really well organized, and some things are just differently organized. Like one cashier for the whole licensing department. Um, DMV is very slow. Yeah, apparently, I guess so, right? How long have you been trading? What's your trading strategy? So I've been trading in total 6.5 years now. My foundation now is ICT based and time based, and I don't have one strategy. It just depends on what the model is showing, where we at. Now I'm just looking at order blocks. Like, are we keeping up? I can see we're holding up. I'm still bullish, to be honest. I marked this area here. We're still above the 115 macro, so I still want to get back in. We're in the macro now. Yeah, I think I want to get back in, guys. Same. Um, Let me see. Just want to make sure. I'm not in my account yet. Um, it's a bit of a tricky area, to be honest. I am bullish, but I can also see us being held down by this here. So that's why I'm not very eager to put my money on the line. I am bullish, but I'm like, okay, it needs to. I can see it also not go, just create liquidity. That's what I'm thinking. Are we really going to expand or just create liquidity? So going back and forth, back and forth. So I don't want to get stuck in a. I do like this though. Let's see if we can. We've got Asia high above us. I still have some levels to the upside that I like. We've got midnight here. But when is it time to move, right? We already went into this fair value gap here. We went into this discount premium wick. We also went into a discount wick. So this is what I'm looking at currently. Discount wick, premium wick. So we're sort of like in the middle. of these two things here. See what I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. This discount wick. See, we're exactly in the middle. You see where the line is? We're around this area here, which is a little bit tricky to me. So we went into this one here. We're going higher, but we also have this could hold us down. We retested this higher time frame order block. So I don't know which one is now the one I should look at. So this could hold us down, this one here. Is DMV and SA torture like here in the States? They love turning people away and too many people working. Well, there's not many people. I must say, I was really. The people were awesome who were working there. I mean, at some point they knew me because I was coming back so many times, and they're like, "Oh my God, she's here again," and sad. You know, we're waiting, and they were very helpful at some point. I don't think there's too much. I think there are too little people working there, but the people that are working there are really nice. And like I said, I had some really nice conversations. But once you're in the system, it's fine. But for me, it was like so much work to get my. But obviously, my situation is different because I'm not South African. I don't have a permanent residency. So, but government related things tend to take a lot. You have to just actually, expect all day is gone. You have to wait all day, and sometimes you just have to come back the next day. And sometimes things go really fast, so it's really weird. It just depends. But I don't think things are that badly organized here. It just takes time. It's just something time, and just like okay, well, and then some then you have to be lucky that there's no power outage, because if there's power, the system doesn't work, because power outages are sort of common here. Then yeah, we can't help you. You've been waiting for 3 hours, and then there's a power outage. And okay, I'm sorry, we cannot do anything because there's a power. Okay, you have to go back. That happened to me once as well. But it's all part of accepting, just. But I think it's also a strategy to keep in the Netherlands also. I thought it was like they turn people away to not to get too many people their driving license too early or so. I like how it's forming now. 197. Let me see if I want. I just. What time is it? 2:56. Okay, London is going to open. Let's see if London wants to expand higher. I'm not in any. I'm not on my account. The other trades, to be honest, sometimes I don't say it all the time because I don't want people to follow me. But now I'm really just waiting for the open. I want to see if we stay above 2 a.m. Bullish 48%, bearish and accumulation both 26%. I think 3 o'clock can be tricky. Let's see. Anyone already positioned themselves for the open? London open. London open. Yeah, so what I try to do with this book, it's actually quite nice. I mean, I try to do every day 10 pages. And I'm almost halfway. I did a lot on the weekend already as well. It should be weird if it's really all new to me, but it's not. But there are some things, like I said, like, oh, that sign actually meant that. I didn't know that. I'm like, okay, that's good to know. But there was just one. But yeah, most of the things are just common. I mean, you already know, right? But you can still feel your driving license, your driving, because you might not look, like when you start driving, you have to look in the mirror, and obviously we drive on the left here, so I'm already used to that. But, things that you don't do anymore because you're already used to driving. So you have to be, I still have to need to take a few lessons, I guess. So, hello. You want to go on the balcony? Come on, GT. Come on, Sonji. Want to go in the sun? We'll get some vitamin D, warm up. Yeah, so on days like this, when the day starts very chilly and cold, and it's sunny, it gets really nice after 10 o'clock again on the beach. You can have a nice. These are the days that we sunbathe. 2:59. Let's see. Midnight is above us. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we wick all the way up to midnight. Let's see if we can get past 180. 180. Actually, I should bring it down to, yeah, let's see if it wants to go to 180-ish. Okay, 3 o'clock. There we go. Another spike up. Some displacement. I mean, this is a bullish structure still, but let's see if it wants to push. I'm just not sure about, I don't like the structure too much here. In the sense of expansion. I really want to see expansion, but we're stuck in a range. We need to break out of the range. Come on. I want to have a little bit more confirmation, and then I might take a trade to the upside. Continuation, I mean, to the upside. Okay, come on, I want to see 180. I think it might be able to push to 180. So maybe even here, maybe even midnight. If it does not, we know, right? I do like it, this. Breaker. Let's see. We're below 3 o'clock. Mon nom nom, yes, ES. I graduated from ES to NQ. I was very comfortable with ES, and then I started to do NQ, and now if you focus on one asset, you get to know the levels, and you get very comfortable with it. But it's always good to have one asset at first. Now ES, I just use ES just as a confluence, but not really as, I don't trade it as much anymore. Sometimes I do, it looks a little bit cleaner, and then I do trade it, but still, even though when it looks cleaner, I still tend to trade the NASDAQ most of the times. So, but yeah, and ES was my starting point for futures. It's slower, and it was better to learn, I think. I think, yeah, NASDAQ can be pretty fast. which I like though. But yeah, you have to be know what you're doing, I think. Okay, let's see, guys. I want to see if we can get over 3 o'clock again. I want to see where the hourly, as long as I like it. Okay, I think we're expanding now. 303. My only YouTube buddy is from Washington. We've become close on this trading journey. I love PNW. Who's PNW? Beautiful area. And my speed of people. Oh, but was legal. Gotta love Norco. Is PNW a person or an area? So I used to visit Texas a lot because my family lives there, Texas, and Houston area, and Austin. My cousin lived in Austin, or he lives in Austin still. And my aunt, she lives in Houston, in Humble. Pacific North. I got you. Pacific Northwest. I thought maybe Patrick Wieland. I don't know because I think weren't you, Lance? I thought maybe you are. So maybe it's Patrick Nolan Wieland or something. I don't know. But weren't you? Didn't you like Patrick Wieland? Weren't you the one who talked about him? Pacific North. Yeah, I think the U.S. has some awesome areas. I think the U.S. is a beautiful country. Okay, so you can see how we are just going back and forth on the 3 a.m. on the 3 a.m. Eastern. So it's not really expanding. So that's telling me that okay, we might have some consolidation, which we already sort of like are prepared for. Isn't you know? I want to place in Austin very much. I love stand-up comedy. Well, I know the houses are very expensive there. Uh, and I think I don't know if my cousin wants to sell. Maybe I should joke you. But I think it's ridiculous how much they ask for the houses there. To be honest, it's just you have it's very expensive. But yeah, I guess when it's something is popular, it's they can ask, right? Pui is I love the BDH for New is new helper D Money is great also so much value in this stream. I'm still partial to you though. Okay, gotcha. Oh, I don't really mind. I mean, hey, listen, I think it's good to have multiple people that you like. You shouldn't be stuck to one person. Because sometimes you feel like, oh, because people are different, and sometimes it's like, food. Sometimes you feel like, okay, I want that energy. Sometimes I want that energy. Sometimes I want that energy. I think it's a good thing to have more people that you like. So I was actually thinking, that was actually, also thinking like doing something with more YouTubers, like having something. I don't know. I was just thinking like, how can I say it? Because I think it's normal that people have You also have like you have mood swings, right? We have moods, so sometimes it's good to have different fields of, or energy, I should say. Yeah. Oh, we're finally moving. There we go. What time is it? 8 past. Okay, so it looks bullish to me. I think we might. Well, it was looking bullish already, but the question is, are we ready to move? 189. I really like this level here. We're holding up here. We moved away from it. You and Maya would be great together. You could teach her. Yeah, and we're both in South Africa. Well, female energy is always good. I mean, females should stick together and help each other out anyway. Yeah, I like Maya. I mean, um, I like all females actually. The only thing, Lumi, I like you, but you and your giveaways are ruining the space, my friend. Keep your giveaway people. That whole bloody giveaway culture now is sort of like, ugh. I like Lumi, don't get. I think she's a great trader, but that giveaway bullshit now is sort of like spreading like a virus. Like yesterday, we had Friday, one person. Yeah, I've been watching your stream for 2 hours. It's time for a giveaway. I deported him straight back to Lumi. I'm like, okay, we don't do that here. Go back to Lumi. Hey, listen, I like her, but oh my god, that giveaway stuff. And people don't take it that serious if they get. Is there someone in my chat that had a giveaway and that made profit, that turned that giveaway into a funded account and made money on it? I would love to know that because most of the times people don't manage to do so. They just think of, they lose it because it's free, right? And they just beg for another giveaway because that's the culture. Give me a giveaway. Give me giveaway. I need giveaway. Okay, let's see, guys, if we can expand over this line here. Or are we going to reject first and then go over here, maybe in the 410 after 4 o'clock? Let's see if we want to expand and go into here again. You see, I won an eval from PW and passed it, but then I blew from the account on one day being funded heart-wrenching. Oh yeah, okay. Well, at least you passed it. You know you can do it. You know you can do it. And that's the painful part then, right? You know you can do it, and then you sort of like get self-destructive. Why? I can tell you why. Because you're not following your rules. You don't have rules yet. Enough rules. I should say enough rules. Because if you have rules, you would never go below a certain level. Hey, I saw you on Trade of It, you can lock yourself out now, guys. You can lock yourself out after a day loss. I can highly, highly recommend to just put it in, and then just if you that's where you will never ever go below a certain level, and especially when you have consistency rules, you don't want to go, you know, like say you're up $1,000 on your EVA and you lose 500, and you have a consistency rules and you can only make 500. It takes you 2 days already to get back to that level. So you don't think about that when your brain is not working anymore, but you want to actually think about those things, because it's better just to wait for the next day instead of going, because that's where I always went wrong. It's just like, oh my god, I'm gonna fix it. I never fix it when I'm over a specific amount of drawdown, because your brain is already. Okay, we took this liquidity. Now let's see, it's 314. We're looking a little bit bullish now. I still like 189, so I think it could get wick up all the way up to here, and then we'll see. So not targeting midnight yet, because I think it might reject, and then later on it might target midnight, because it always leaves those levels, right? And especially when it's moving slowly. Let's even get back into this fair value gap before we make another attempt. So I've got 3 paper trades, wins so far. So my direction, the bias is correct, so far. We seem to be stronger on the bullish side than on the bearish side, but I'm still wondering if we can pass through here. I think this level should be very tricky here. Everything starts with consolidation. We're back, market maker model, sell side, buy side, and we could be done here, but maybe not. So you want to be vigilant. It could go even higher, but we'll see. I still like 4 something. I can't remember what it was, but there we go. Okay. And guys, also remember, it's just Monday, right? We're just starting the week, so slow, slow, slow. See what levels are being respected. Which time frame PD arrays are being respected. That tells you a lot. For me, it's already okay. We are, disrespecting. Well, we are sort of like disrespecting this at the moment, but we could also retest here, which I'm still watching this level here. Oh, what am I doing? Good night seeing you. Hey, Jose, how are you? Can I ask you a question? Yeah, shoot. I was an agent about 15 years ago. I hated it so much. Now I'm a homeowner without debt. Yeah, that's the best position to be in, right? But I want rentals once my stock portfolio is too large, if too large is possible. Real estate is no longer ideal in the state. Rates too high, inflation is a trap in most cases. Rental, yeah. Yeah, I'm also currently just renting here in South. I used to have a property as well, but I sold it and I got scammed, by the way, here. So, um, I met a girl I was close with in high school, and she's just inherited 40-acre property in Cape May, New Jersey. It's worth over 10 mil. Hey, that's a nice inheritance. So, Lance, are you trying to get close again because of the 10 million? Hey, I'm still waiting for my XRP and my crypto to do something. No, but listen, guys, when you inherit things like that, it's not always easy. I can tell you, it's like it comes with a lot of stress too, because you have to pay taxes on things. If you inherit stuff, it's not like you inherited. You need they will come for you. You have to pay tax, and some people can't even pay the tax that on something that they inherit, and they still have to sell it. A lot of money. That's why I always say I want a simple life. Having a lot of money doesn't make life easier because it also comes with a lot of baggage. Having stuff, you have to find that balance. What is enough? What is not enough? And how can you make it? But just having a lot of properties, having a lot of things, it comes with a lot of stress as well because you have to manage these things and they come with consequences. So you have to sort of like, um, yeah, find a balance in that. Just saying. General generational wealth is also something that most people to keep it is a lot of the time the hardest thing. But um, there we go, 441. Oh, 100 points, just like that. Okay, I'm taking it off. Good enough for me. No, money is not a driving. I just want a good soul and a humble woman to be. Yeah, yeah. I was just joking. I know, I know. I am happy if you have a roof over my head and a warm place to sleep and some food. Yeah, and you know what? Just free. I keep on. It's just freedom. The thing about freedom and having too much money also doesn't also can limit you in your freedom as well. But it's free. Everything for me is about freedom. Having freedom in life, freedom of choice, freedom of everything, and just freedom of movement. Um, yeah, freedom is just everything that equates to and but you need but the thing is you need money. You need money in life. It's simple as that. Okay, I just want to see how we're going to react here because I think we might just have a bit of. But if it blasts through it, we know it's going to go higher. I might re-enter again. It is sort of like I think it's going to blast through it, but then it's like really going to go fast. Let's see, guys. Ooh, yeah, it's very bullish now. You're looking bullish, my friend. Inversion 229. Okay, I got out of my trade, so yes, Tiago, I do take. Why are people always asking that? I find it so weird. No, I never take real trades. How do you think I live? I never take real trades. I only paper trade, and I'm making a lot of money on it. How do you think I make money? And I've actually been trading, but I don't always say I don't always tell you guys that I'm actually taking it on my account. Why? Because people are just copying you. And actually I'm just thinking of just only communicating that I only paper trade. Because people who really want to learn, they wouldn't care, to be honest. I think I might do that. Just say I only paper trade. No, well, I'm not gonna do that, guys. I'm just kidding. But I sometimes don't say that I'm trading on my account. I don't. Can you explain why you took that trade? Yes, I can. I can. I like that question. Maybe they are AI bots. Well, I think I remember. I think it's the same person who asked it last time as well. Okay, let's start on the 1 hour here, right? I've took I can't remember all the trades, but I've taken the one at two, the 2 o'clock expansion, and then there was the new the London Open expansion. But what was I looking for? Who asked it? Green Globe Explorations. Okay. So here in the macro, I was already seeing bullishness. What happened here? We have potential order block, yeah. But I was also looking at the higher time frame here. I have to look at the because we've been busy already for quite some time. So here we were going. This was the 2 o'clock candle here, right? So during the macro, we were going higher here, and we went through this red line. We went lower, and as you can see, we never went below the 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock was the new 4 hour start of the new 4 hour candle. Okay, so you need to align also all your time frames. It's just when I don't need to look at all the candles anymore, but I was already looking. Okay, where are we at? Then here we started going high. We had a little bit of rejection here. We accumulated here, but we respected the breaker here. And the trade that you saw, the last trade that I took was because of the breaker here. I expected this breaker to hold. We are already holding here. So I re-entered. So I had a trade here, and I can't remember where I got. I think I got out here. I can't remember. Then I thought, okay, I'm going to take a new trade, and then I'm going to take one leg higher. But I think I can take another one because I still see higher time frame, but I'm sort of like getting them. I should have let runners, but then again, I'm like, let me just reframe a new trade because sometimes people miss trades. Then we need to find another entry, right? That's why I'm doing that. But this one was the breaker, retest of the breaker here. You see this breaker here, and the macro we are retesting it, boom, and we expanded higher. So this was my setup. using the breaker, and then up to here. Now, why up to here? Because we have a end walk, an event horizon, meaning the midpoint of a level, and I just want to see if we're going to go lower from it. And more important here, the 50%. Here as well, that was the 3 o'clock. We tapped into the 50% and we went higher, so we expanded from this 50% level. And I'm using this wick here, premium discount wick. So this told me that there's a high probability that we were going to expand. Now, obviously, it's expanding more now, but I'm happy with my 100 points. So now we have retested midnight and we blasted through it. So that's still signaling more bullishness. I wanted to learn 2. You went 3 for 3 for longs. Yes, Tiago, that's forward testing, and I always do that when I start in London. But I have been without telling you guys. I took the 2 a.m. expansion, and I also took the 3 a.m. expansion on my account and up to here. But sometimes I just paper trade in London if I don't feel comfortable at all, and you know, I've been really literally framing larger frames, larger trades lately, and I need to feel everything needs to align. And it's like I said, when you play tennis or you play golf, you always warm up, right? It's like for me warming up before I put my money on the line, and I think it's a smart thing to do. Just, you know, see if your brains are working. Is your internet working? Are you in tune with the market? And I am totally detached from the outcome, because if I have winning trades on paper and I don't have any monetary, I don't care, because I know I will have a trade later today and most likely it will be a good one because I'm reading it correctly, I'm seeing it. So for me, I used to, oh my God, it's a winning trade, but it's like they keep on coming. And if you're in tune with the market, it just tells me a lot. But it's more important for the moments that I'm not. It really helps me to prevent losses and to tell me, okay, back up. Your head is not in the right space. Sometimes I just don't feel right, if it makes sense. Sometimes I feel edgy, or I'm tired, or and sometimes you just don't know. You just can feel, oh my God, I'm entering, and I'm like, oh, I'm just feeling uncomfortable, and I'm just not in tune. And then, you know, okay, I might be a little bit, you know, maybe I'm having a little bit of a cold, and you know, you figure it out because you can tell. And those are the most crucial moments that, you know, okay, you know what, let me just take a step back and paper trade again until I really feel, and I'm getting very, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm reading the market correctly. Things are doing, you know, it's behaving in a certain way. Okay, I like it. So that gives me more confidence for most likely for the New York session to, you know, I might enter with 10 micros or maybe even a mini at some point again. I haven't traded minis for a long time, guys, on my evals or on my funded, in all fairness. But I used to do that a lot. I haven't done that for a long time. But who knows, time might. But yeah, so, and it's also just Monday, so you also have to be aware we had an extremely large move to the downside, and I've done so well the last few weeks. So for me, it's Monday after a large move, no news. So I love testing the waters. Now I did manage to catch a little bit of a few trades, but I'm also just like, you know, sometimes it's like I just wish I could give this feeling like being totally like being okay making money on paper, because it just sets you up for the next trade even in a much better way. And I just wish I wish I felt this sooner, because it's life, it's P&L changing. I can just, yeah. just warming up for the big. It's just a warm up. And if you don't feel comfortable, you paper trade all day. Who cares? And if people are bothered, well, you can go elsewhere. I mean, this is how I do it, and sometimes I might paper trade all day. Like you're not, you know, you're not for everyone. I'm very risk averse lately, and I really want specific things to line up for me in order to take a trade on any account. And I have if then statements, and like I'm on a broken record. Having discipline is a double-edged sword. You have to let times trade go. And if you hear all the traders that are very successful, they only trade maybe once a day. They have only trade sometimes even a few times per week. The lesser you trade, the better it will be for your P&L. And it's not a cliche. It's really, it is a thing. Yeah. So also Lance, yeah, I totally agree. It's just with micros you can still make a lot of money. You can skill in and skill out, and you've got more freedom, and you can still keep your account alive while taking sort of like, a little bit more freedom in movement. So yeah, I love the micros. I really fell in love with the micros now. And yeah, you can use, sometimes I had trades last week that I sometimes went to 20 micros. So just saying, I made a shitload of money last few weeks just with micros. Just with micros. Did anyone, so you can buy me a boat? I don't know if that money will be enough to buy someone a boat, I think. And don't they say, isn't the saying, how to become a millionaire is when you have 10 million and you buy a boat, you go back to being a one-time millionaire, right? I want to go back to, I think I want to move back to the bush at some point. Okay, so the old yellow line that you see here was an old volume imbalance. See, I leave all these levels because once they work again, right? So people are asking, why are those levels still on your chart? Well, as you can see, they are still working. They used to work in the past, so I tend to leave them. And as you can see, this volume imbalance is still being held. So that's why I leave these things on my chart. And that's why it's a little bit, oh, you also, oh, Lanto. Hey, listen, guys. I think that guy's real. I mean, that guy is sick. He's getting a lot of hate, but I think you should be careful with, I'm not, listen, I am not there where he is, I think. No, no, no. I would never, I mean, he puts a lot of risk on. But if you have an A plus setup, you can do it. And I don't, but yeah, I think he made, was it like 2.2 million from 100,000, something like that. He 10x'd his, I don't know how many R trades he did, but yeah, that's pretty awesome what he did. But it's a difference. Like I said, you start with 10 points, and then you get consistent, then you build it to 20 points, you get consistent, then you build that 20 points will become 50 points. And now I'm at a point that I have consistent 100 to 150 point trades. Friday I had a 250 point trades, but I don't have those a lot. But I saw it, I framed it, and it worked out. So that might be my new thing that might become more common. But you have to work towards it, and it's a different mindset, and you have to. So, like I said, I was very uncomfortable. So the only way I could frame that trade to get in, I had to wait till after 10 o'clock because it was already moving, and I missed the good entry. I was already bearish in London, but I didn't see the. For me, it was we have to go higher to go lower, and I thought 300 was my entry point, right? But I did not do anything. I went away, I came back, and I saw it didn't get to 300. It went to 275-ish. But I watched it moving, and I'm like, I wasn't sure if we would have a Judas in New York that bring us back to that level. So that's why I didn't enter. And after we started going lower, I was like, I had to wait until 10 o'clock and 10:50, even 10:30 to find a good entry. But then I saw it, and I was like, okay, now I can see it. Everything is lining up for me to frame this trade. But the only problem was, the moment I saw the trade, I was like, yeah, I can't frame it with my stop loss was over 40 points. It was 43 points. I can't remember if there's people here from pre-market prep because it was in pre-market prep. And I said, I was very honest about it. Like, guys, I'm very uncomfortable at the moment, but I don't frame 240, 50 points a lot, but I'm allowing myself at this time because I don't want to miss the trade if it goes. Because I was sort of like almost, you get like 80%, like, I think it's really going to go now. Macro times come, everything's lining up, but I couldn't frame it. Then I was very uncomfortable because I hate it when I'm over for it, but I had to do it, and I got over it, and it worked out. So, those are things you have to start working with. Like, okay, you frame it. So for me, it was how to journal to find a better entry to get that also back to maybe max 30. So that's what I'm working on. Okay, it was 40 points, the trade worked out, but how can I bring it back to a level that I'm comfortable with? Maybe I have to start getting comfortable because my trades are getting larger to be comfortable with 40 points risk, because that is what maybe might be needed. But then on the other hand, I'm like, no, why is that needed? Because if on average I have framed all the times my trades between a specific level, I have to find to get better at that. But yeah, I took it, and it was on stream, and I literally said, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. And then it started accumulating a little bit longer during the 10:50 macro, even until 11 o'clock. And I think after 11 o'clock, then it started dropping. And I could not wait to get it to another protected low, very high, low, very quickly. And then I was like, okay, now I'm at ease. Now I'm like, okay, it's not at 40 points anymore. But for me, that's also something, it's you have to get used to. So the higher, the bigger your points get, the more risk and the more things can happen. So you have to sort of like get comfortable with that. And that takes time. You have to grow into every new phase. It's not like you can't go from you can't go from being consistent from 10 points to 100. You have to take steps to get comfortable with getting more, and it also you have to your A plus setup needs to evolve and grow with you together. It's not just forming the setup, the technical setup, it's also forming the risk, having to wait maybe a little bit longer before it hits TP. You have to sit through retracements also. Well, imagine that you have what Lento has. If you have on that money, you see you're up and then it retraces and you go back down again for a lot of money, right? And you have to sit through that, but you still have to be comfortable with it. That takes it's a different ball game, and you have to grow into that. So. But it's not. It's a journey, guys, and that's why the only thing that I can keep is just keep journaling, guys. keep journaling. Okay, that trade worked out. Why did it work? How can I done? Always ask yourself, what could I have done better? In this case, I was okay, where could I have entered with a better risk reward? For me, the only way to get more comfortable was this time to once it started dropping, like to you know move the stop loss very quickly. But I don't think that was the best way. But hey, I don't have many 250 point trades, as you can see on my channel. So I was still very happy and very proud, but still improvements to be made. So I'm not lento yet. Hey, listen, I'm definitely not at that level. I can tell you that, because that level is some next level shit. And yeah, that takes some. Okay, I think we're gonna go higher. I think we're gonna go. Anyone still in the long, guys? Let me just. I want to see my 15-minute here on my lines. I know there's a lot of lines here, but. I can tell you these lines, they help me. I'm not taking them off. Look how beautifully the midpoint. Look how beautifully this little imbalance is working. Hell no. I need the strategy too. It's been hard taking longer trades. I'm still holding the long. Good, well done, compliment, Carl. Are you comfortable? Most important, are you break even if it goes lower? Are you comfortable? And there's no shame, guys, in being uncomfortable being in a trade, because it's um and that's where the journaling comes in. Like, okay, why was I uncomfortable? Because maybe you weren't 100% sure about the trade. And the risk was maybe too much, so you over leveraged a little bit for your. So for me, being over that 40 points felt like being over leveraged a little bit, right? If that makes sense. So, okay, let's see. We get over this level here. We're gonna go blast up to Asia high. I think Asia high is in play, guys. Beautiful move up, eh? Just beautiful. Just beautiful. So this is 30% of the last daily. Remember then we went to exactly 20%. When I opened the chart, we were exactly at 20% of the weekly range. So I wasn't really sure if it was done to the upside, but maybe we're going to 30% of that's right over here. I marked it. I don't think it's, I think 20% is the most important one if you really look into that, because Asia low, the Asia level was exactly hit. So I don't think I would really use those levels anymore except the 20%, which was quite accurate. I think for now it's just more looking at just beautiful. Order block, order block, order block continuation. I like it. I like it. I like the market, how it's behaving. My stop loss. Um, my stop loss 70 points in the money, so I'm completely detached from the trade. Well done. It's either hits good. Well, I love to hear that, company man. I know you had a rough time last week, right, or the week before. So I'm happy to hear this. Whatever happens, it's okay. Good, and you'll see. Yeah. So I already framed 3 good trades for myself, so I'm also done. I'm just watching because for me the watching is also it gives me more freedom just to really look at price action. The moment I'm also in a trade, even it doesn't matter if it's a paper trade, I'm very focused on the trade and I'm looking. I'm not really looking at okay, what am I seeing? Like okay, we are really literally propulsion block propelling higher. Um, I want to see. Like I never asked you ever tried to gold. Yes, I did. Yeah, but gold is I don't like gold at the moment. I did started when I started the channel. There were a lot of people asking for gold. I actually had a gold trade. I think it was 250 points on gold. It was ridiculous. But that was when the market. So I started the channel in August, and there was a lot of requests on gold, and then I thought, okay, on request I'll start looking into gold. And the first few weeks I was just looking at markets and paper trading it because it was new to me. But then I saw, okay, everything is working really, really nice. And then I had a really, really good trade on gold, 250 points, micro gold, only micro gold, yes, yes, yes. And then it sort of we came into this time that we were. I don't know, was it November, December that we started to get, and then January, it was just, everything was just a little bit off for me, and I stopped looking at gold. The only time gold really moved was in Asia, or we just consolidated, so I just took it off. And it was funny that actually ICT did a review yesterday as well, and for him also, like, it's off, but as CL also. How's CL, by the way, doing? But I did, yeah. And if it becomes more, tradable for me again, but we can have a look, GC. I just don't think it's really GC here. See, we went to midnight and here it went up, and Q went all the way back up. Let's look at CL. And yeah, just be careful, guys, with the war. It's like, oh, there's war, so CL is going to go up. I mean, or everything. We've been the last 2 months has been war and everything has been going up. So I don't know if CL is really going to react from this now. I just, it's a consolidation, just in consolidation. I would really wait until one area has been taken out and just attack the other, or just see how if it expands to the upside. But I wouldn't even touch this area at the moment. It doesn't look it really looks like it's just really consolidating. So everything here is just fake PDRAs, I think. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it too much. But NQ, on the other hand, look at our boy NQ. Oh, look at this blue, beautiful line. Oh, you're so pretty. Look at that beautiful line. Asia almost there. Nice 50 points. Well done. Mr. Kaya, so you're following your rules that you were kicked out, and is that your session trade? So you're now just one session trade and just waiting for your, is that discipline? It's a strategy similar to NQ, but Lucky Mon, yes, everything when NQ is everything was exactly what I do on NQ. By the way, was exactly working on gold at that time. Yes, definitely. I think I had one gold trade on in my channel. I think I made a recap of it. I think it was the. Let me check. I tried to do recaps. But now all the trades are in on pre-market prep, so actually I'm not doing that anymore. But let me check. I think the gold trade. No, my rule is 3 trades a day and not more than 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let me. Where is my that gold trade? I think I made a short or a recap from it. Let me just see. I think it was a. I did not. Maybe a short. I think I made a short out of it. Um, mm, mm, mm. Did I not even make it? I did not even make it. I think it must be one of the streams. Gold, GC trade. Oh, here we first reading the market. First 6.5-hour gold trade, 32 points on GC. That was only 32 points. Did I not even make a video on it? Oh my god. See, I don't like doing it. I should do more. 1L on GC, 1 December. Let me see if that was it. 1L, only one loss on GC. I did not. I can't. I have to find it. And we had, what was his name? He used to help me. We both had a really good trade. I did not even put it. I can't find it. That is so bad that I don't even. Was there someone here with me from that time? It was on stream. It wasn't a London stream. I'm sure it was a London stream. I think probably Mether. I don't know if he's here. Mether should have been. Mether was here. Yeah, so I need to do more recaps on trades. Oh, we keep on going. Guys, I still like 431-ish. I don't know why. Why did I say that level? Okay, let's see if we can frame a trade. Oh, we're in the 4 o'clock macro. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see, guys. Let's see if we can frame one more trade here. I'm talking too much. I am talking too much. No one cares. Oh, we almost at Asia high. See, we went all the way to Asia high, guys. Amazing. That is just amazing. Isn't that amazing? Okay. 0.4. 360. Okay, 360 is a level I like, but are we gonna get there? No. Let me do the poll. We're all lost, I think. Method C is lost. No, he said hello. I do remember, but no idea when that was exactly. Yeah, I think it was a massive trade, but I can't. I think it was a long time ago. See, I'm so bad at these things. I think I put it in the Discord. I'll have a look at the Discord. Oh, in the Discord, that's a good one. On MQ. Oh no, GC, obviously. Okay, I only find one. It was 6 hour trade, 121 points. I don't think it was 250. It was 121. I think that was the most I did on gold. Yeah, I think that was it. That was it. It's not 250. Two MGC contracts on EVA. Let's go. 6 hour trade. It was February 24th. 6 hour trade, 121 points. Still good on gold. I mean, gold is just, I know there was a lot of money. It was crazy, even on GC. I'm always lost in live chat. I've been bugging YouTube support on next day reply with blah blah, waiting for next reply. Are you still having issues? The problem is that I did not have eaten egg today. I'm going to eat eggs today as well. And avo. Oh, God, I'm eating so much avo, guys. It's almost over and done with the avo season. Okay, well, what can we do now? What do you guys think? Okay, let's see. Bullish, bearish, accumulation. We're going to do a new poll. Remaining time until pre-market, so that's 7, let's say 7 o'clock. Bullish, bearish, accumulation. Bull, bear. Hey guys, Lance, you were the one who said that I should do something with Maya, but how is she doing, by the way? Is she now on live fund? Is she funded now? Because I know when I was last watching her, that she wasn't funded yet, but I think is she funded now? I should say hi in her stream, but we stream at the same time, so. I should maybe have a quick look. How is Maya doing? My South African friend. I actually think we're also not that far from each other. It's very funny. Maybe we could but I think we live not so far from each other. We're in the same state. Okay, let's see if we're holding midnight. 1 hour. Okay, let's see what you guys are thinking. Did you say hi in Maya's chat? No, I did not. No, I haven't said hi in for a long time in her chat. But most of the times we're streaming at the same time, I think. But yeah, it was just because Lance pointed, or I think Lance was the one. But I should say hi again. Yeah, I haven't watched her stream for a long time because most of the times we're streaming together at the same time. And then once I'm done, I need to do stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to do things. So, um, but yeah, she just streamed. She just streamed New York, so I can say hi in New York. But I was just wondering, is she? I know she was trying to get funded. Is she? I think she should be funded by now, right? Let me have a quick look. I want to see how she's doing. Yeah, I don't want to say hi while I'm on stream because otherwise it's just like I don't want to get too distracted or try to. Um, or I can say hi. How are you doing? We're just talking about you on my stream. I just want to have a quick. I don't want to do that. I just want to see how she's doing. I'm just curious to see if she's doing well. Let me quickly have a look. Teach. What's her channel's name? What's her full name? Teach Maya Trading. That's it. Gotcha. Live funded day trading. Okay, so she's funded. I guess she's funded now. Okay, good for her. I mean, she really started from zero. That's nice. She's cool. I can see her. She's cool like me. Okay, let me quickly say something. I'll just make a joke about being cold. Oh, okay, I have to wait. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I have her stream open. Let's see how she. I can't. I have to. I wasn't subscribed for some reason, so I have to wait 5 minutes. That can't. The journey. Yeah, I mean it's not like yeah, but it's more just for support. But let's see, guys. She's cool, like me. We're definitely in the same province. Okay, well, okay, so it's almost 10 past 4. I really want to see if we can frame one more trade, guys, and then we'll leave it at this for today. It wasn't too bad, London session, was it? I mean, we still had quite some bit of movement. It was clear. We are literally creating higher time frame order blocks. We had a nice breaker which held. We literally bounced off the opening range at 6 o'clock, right? We opened at 6 o'clock. We formed a range. We moved away from that range, but though we went back into the range from Asia high, we are creating equal highs now. I think we're going to go for Asia now because, I think it's meant to be. What time is it? 8 past. I think I like it from here. What time is it? Let's see. Are we gonna go lower first to go higher, right? So see here we're forming a fair value gap. Maybe we need one hour candle to close 5 o'clock, and then 6 o'clock might make that jump. Or maybe they're going to leave Asia high for New York, and then the Judas might go up and then we go lower again. Um oh, she's very patient and she has kept that account alive for months already. She'll be profitable. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, it all starts with being patient and being, I guess it's all, hey, Lance, it's all about being patient and being rule based, right? Salute to Maya keeping her account. That's the most important thing. Not blowing your account. That's the hardest thing. Okay. Mm, so this is an area that I wouldn't trade anymore, guys. Why? We already moved up a lot. They can leave Asia high for later on. Would I want to risk my money or my mental capital for this trade for only, okay, I'm just saying only, it doesn't sound nice, but okay, from here to here, it's still 60 points. But as we already expanded so much, I am now asking myself, okay, we have a N walk here and we have an N dog here and an N walk here. So yes, it is highly likely that it could reach higher, right? Let's see what ES did. But so ES is already over these two and already in a fair value gap. Now ES might want to go here, but it could also be sort of like start to accumulate, but we already did that here. Am I willing to put on risk to go to Asia high? Are we going to do that in London, or are we done for the time being and should we just wait for pre-market? What do you guys think? Still have the 15-minute fair value gap not tested. Yes, but ES did. ES took Asia high. Let's see a quarter past if we have SMT or not. It still looks bullish to me, but we could get like a tiny rejection here, like go back into this range and maybe hang out here for a bit. That's the only thing I'm just, so I would not risk anything anymore. Yeah, but even if I don't feel if I think, there's not things, we might have SMT, we created 4 o'clock. we went lower. Maybe this is, I don't know if you guys trade the fractal model of T trades. I trade similarly, sort of. But I just want to see how this candle closes here. So that is 15 minutes, 15 a quarter past. So I'm looking at the 15, but let's look at the hourly. So you want to trade in the same direction on every time frame. So even though if the hourly is starting to go lower, I'm not interested in a long anymore. And on the 15, it could be a, I don't know if you guys, the candle 2 closure. It's sort of like, I trade similarly. Just want a higher time frame alignment. Text to, okay, let's, can I text her? Or I can text her. Okay, I'm gonna text her. Okay, I can't listen to her, otherwise I have to put the sound on. But I just made an. I texted Maya just now. I just commented that she's cold, but it's like me. She's wearing a jacket. Hey Lance, hey, I wanted this. It's fine for me. I like it the way it is. I like small, but hey, listen, my streams are doing exceptionally well. There are people with 10,000 subs or even higher that don't have my amount of views that I get. You guys are very loyal. I already have I'm already, companies are already approaching me because they can see the value, even though I don't have a lot of subs. It's not about the sub count. It's what is happening with how much view time is there, and it's an amazing. I have an amazing stat. It's crazy how, with only 2,000 subscribers, the amount of views that it's already coming from it. So it's not about the subs, but the average view time is absurd high. I never knew those how it worked, but if it's really good. Yeah, so I'm not really interested in having a lot of subscribers. I just want the right people and the right energy, and it's going really well. And that's why I have pre-market prep. It's sort of like for me a safe barrier to keep it very that I don't get trolls in there. Only people that I really want to be there are there. Obviously, it's paid, but it's for sort of me my safe space where I can trade, and I just want to keep it like very for me just trading, and I just share what I'm looking at. And but I'm afraid if I grow too fast, you get the giveaway crowd. People are distracting you, and that doesn't happen in London. But I'm a little bit afraid for New York that happens. So that's why I'm doing that, not for the money or not for keeping people out, but just to keep it safe for myself, if that makes sense. Um, it's more engagement focused for ads at least. Yeah. So that's the reason why I'm very, and I'm very protective of the space, right? Just keeping it just. That's why I ban people like that straight away with that are giving me bullshit about giving. I'm watching you for 2 hours. Do giveaway now. Okay, well you're banned. Bye. I don't care. I can help with average view time. I live and breathe the market and I rest while listening to you and keeping one eye open just in case things move overnight. Hey, God, you are the guy. You are the. All of you are actually helping it because it's insane. Normally, average view time is it's on average is it's much higher on my stream than I didn't know those stats, but if I run it through whatever or ChatGPT or even on YouTube, sometimes they share those things. It's insanely high. For 2,000 subscribers, sometimes I have 1,000 views. That's insane. It's such a 180. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Obviously, I want to grow, yes, but slowly. I don't mind if it's people saying, "Oh, you're going very slow." I'm not. I think it's pretty good, and I'm happy where I am at. We only ask for subscribers when I get to a round number, right? 2,100, 2,200. It's like, hey guys, bring it to 20, but I don't really care. But I keep saying it, the chat is the most valuable thing that came out of it. You guys. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. I mean, even though it's like a really weird time for you guys, I don't hope you get like sleep deprived from me. But anyway, I appreciate all of you. I keep saying it. And when you start your YouTube channel, you're sort of like you have to find but I'm totally okay now being totally myself in the sense of if I don't feel like I felt a little bit nervous in the beginning, like, oh my God, I've got to trade, I've got to put on trades, I've got to put on. But during the stream, I actually grew a lot as well. And as a trader, you can see it in my trades. I mean, it's obvious that when I started and how I'm now, I also grew during the stream. And I think the stream also helped me because you don't want to look like a fool on stream, like tilting and like I said, guys, I can tilt. I can do everything what you guys are talking about. I know what it is. I am also subject to it if I don't follow my rules. So I think also the stream helped me getting more strict into my rules. And the most, yeah, and I just, I feel fully comfortable doing whatever I feel, okay, this is what I need to do that benefits me, but also benefits you just to see, like, okay, this is what I do as a mistake. And maybe someone can learn from it. And this is how I changed it and how and if you can help a few people, that's already magnificent. And like it is, you can't help it. Sometimes it's just, you're just tradertainment. You don't have to really help. It's also just to give someone some entertainment, maybe. It's just, but it's nice to be able to help. Did Maya respond? I can't hear it because otherwise I have to. I think she's busy trading. Well, good luck to her. Oh, Lance, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so done with men that have issues. I don't want to. I don't want to be in a guy that wants to learn from me anymore. If that makes sense. I can't go into my ex too much, but if I could tell you here's the story where he's at right now, and let me put it this way. I'm just taking a breather for the time being, and I don't want any men with any issues, or I want men that have sorted out their shit. Oh, she did? Okay. Oh, no, Lance, are you single or you prefer women? No, I don't prefer women. No, nothing wrong with that if you do, but no, I'm definitely not gay. I think maybe life would have been easier if I was, but no, I don't prefer women. I really like I like alpha males. I really like actually alpha males, but yeah. Divorce rate with lesbians like 80%. Ah. Hey, listen, like I said, currently I'm just, busy with the YouTube channel and just building this whole thing, which I mean, it takes also. I don't. It doesn't feel like an effort, but I really enjoy it. But it takes time, and I would really all my time goes into the mentorship and in the YouTube channel, which I really the foundation is really is there now, and I really like it. What is and then it's all good at the moment. I'm very very happy where I am right now, so I'm very happy. And when things, I'm always I'm a big believer that things work out in the right time. And this is the time where I need to be right now. Is on Nasdaq is I Nasdaq is my relationship right now. Let's see, guys. I think I like the. I think we're still bullish. It looks like we're still going to 430. See, this is very. When things are doing like this, I just don't know how long this can take. Um, Streaming also satisfies the need for human contact. It can get unhealthy for some. Yeah. So the community that comes out of this is gives a lot of satisfaction. It definitely does. Yes, 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 yes. But it's still not. I mean, you still need friends outside trading, but it's sort of hard sometimes because you can't talk about trading all the time, and people just don't understand. But yeah, you have to that's just two different worlds, I guess. So if I hang out with people here, we go out for dinner. It's just they do ask how's it going, and I just can tell them, oh, it's really nice, growing, and blah blah blah. But you can't go into details, which is sort of like well, you just have to accept, right? People are really they don't understand anything you're saying anyway. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? So, but yeah, that's why we have a community now. Nobody compares. Yeah. Um, you're obsessed with financial progress. Yeah. Yeah, everything in the right time, right, Elance? I mean, life comes in phases, and every phase is different, and they have their good and their bad things. And yeah, you know when you're ready for if you meet the right person, you just know, right? And you know that. I think it comes naturally, but it's hard nowadays to find. You just have to be more careful nowadays. Company man Carl, are you still holding your long, or did you exit it already? Or was your TP? I'm worried I'll miss my chance for a family. I'm not in a rush, but I'm about to be 40. I just lost my mother, so I'm still rebounding from that. I would love a kid though, maybe. Oh, Lance, I'm sorry to hear. Um, you know, the good thing with men is you don't have to be, you don't have a time. You're not limited. You just have to find, I guess, a little bit of a younger woman then at some point if you still want kids. But 40 is still possible to get a baby. I mean, for women, it still is nowadays. But I don't think it just gets more challenging. But I know quite a bit of females that still got pregnant around that time. Nowadays, the health is so much better and people are just more, but it just gets, it's biology. It just gets, the younger the better, obviously. But, you still have time. You're still, I don't think you have to worry about that. It'll come. Yeah, and losing a family member always takes, like, you don't want to, you need to grieve and then still, at some point you will be able to move forward. But it's always, I think it's normal to have a rebounding time of that. Totally, yeah. Yeah, it's always hard. But yeah, don't, I mean, Lance, everything will come by, everything comes when the time is right. Just make sure you are, just doing things that you feel good at and moving forward in life, making the right decisions, and just growing, keep growing as a person, right? Never stop growing as a human being, as trying to get a better version of yourself. I think it's an endless cycle of just, and every time there's a new, I think there's something new we can work on, right? Okay, 4:30, let me go to the 1 minute here. Let's go. Okay, so we've been accumulating since 4 o'clock. 363. I'm just wondering, guys, if we're going to get continuation to the upside today. So let's say we accumulate here a little bit. And Monday, we're just going to use as a whole day to move up slowly into that whole range because we had quite a large range that we created. So I'm just wondering if New York is going to be a continuation of what we've been doing, or are we going to reverse at some point? I can't see it right now, but I'm sure we're going to take Asia high at some point. I mean, I don't think that is something that is a mystery to me, but I could be totally wrong. But are we going to leave this range for the time being and then maybe go higher again after a while? Look how beautifully it's been going. This is like really, you see in the macro here, what I really like here is that we have Asia low within the macro. We went through it. We literally created the 2 a.m. and we've just been going higher. So this is like really a nice, and you can see here 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. This is what you want to see when you're expanding higher, right? So now one could argue, yeah, why didn't you stay in your trade? Yeah, I could, but I did not because there were still too many ifs and buts. But in hindsight, when you journal it, it's like, okay, well, it's already, giving very bullish signals. And the next time when you journal it, okay, I'm going to hold it here and leave a runner and trail accordingly. And I still said 369, what was it? 431-ish. I still want to see them. I don't know if that's the right one. I really like 360. I think I was wrong. I think I meant 360. It's around this area here. We need to find a unit, Mr. Cares. No women have taste or preference plus the bank account. Yeah, but a new dad in mid 40s is older. I just don't want to bring a child into the world without. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to have feeling that you can offer it something, right? I think that's a good. But then again, it's never the right time. You always can improve yourself. Well, hey, Lance, just follow some rules. Be more rule based. Be more disciplined, and you'll get there. It's just like adjusting. It's just tweaking a little bit, and then it's already, you don't need that much change most of the times. It's just a little bit. For me, I mean, I'm telling you honestly, I recognize everything you're saying. You're not that weird in your behavior. But for me, just really sitting down, writing down these things and looking at, okay, what is my A plus setup? Does an A plus setup mean anything without if then statements? No, it does not. Okay, so I started, creating if then statements, then start refining those, then being more, only one trade per session on my accounts. And then now I can lock myself out of my, if I have a max loss trade of 8, because if I tilt, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to go on until I lose my account. If I tilt. So I need to put that on in case I do. I need those little things to help me not, get to those levels anymore. And I need like security measurements to also make sure it doesn't happen. Because once I tilt, I tilt. I can't stop it. I don't know. It's weird. So I don't want to be in that place ever, ever, ever again. Now, I'm not saying it won't happen, because it will sometimes when I'm, you're not feeling 100% and you might, you know what, let me just press a button and, let me fix it. And then you go, oh my God, I just made it worse. Okay, let me try again. And then you don't walk away. And then you tilt. And you don't walk away from your chart. So now I have put it in Tradeovate that I'm going to lock myself out after $300 dollar loss on any account. That's it. Now, so that doesn't bring me to what's his name, Lanto. I think his risk is 300,000. So I've got some work to do. I don't know if I want to go there, to be honest. Do I really want to put on trades with 30,000, 50,000 point risk? It feels for me like, I think women don't do these things more. Women would be more, I think we would probably trade maybe a little, we might have a little bit more. Maybe I'll trade with 2,500 risk max at some point. I don't know if I want to put more on. Would I really, that's a lot of money. I mean, like, really, would I want to lose that, even though I know I can make more money? I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if it's something I would like, even though if I could. Would I like to lose 2,500 like that? I don't know. Well, maybe, hey, you maybe you grow accordingly. I don't know. No women have taste or preference past the bank account. And that's not true. And there are good women, like there are good men, but they're hard to find. That's so true. There are there. I mean, we face the same. We say the same thing as women, but I know there's good men around there. it's also like what you, how can I say that? Um, you have to be open as well to those. They might not have the looks that you like, or I'm talking about myself as well. Or you want more adventurous types, like I did. So it's also like, you know, I had one of my best friends. And he always said to me when I was crying, you know, like, oh my God, I broke up again, blah blah blah. And he said, yeah, but you know, there's so many men that you can have, but you always pick up the wrong ones. So it's not me. He was very honest. He said, yeah, you know, you like these. You're going for the type that are going to cause you the heartbreak and this. And I'm talking when I was a little bit younger though, but and then, ugh, my ex-boyfriend. Ugh, I can't talk about it here on stream, but damn, I have not learned a lot in these years. I can tell you that. So I'll stick to NQ for now, for the time being. It's a crazy story, but I cannot share it on. I cannot. Because people might even know him, so it's sort of like, I cannot, I cannot. But yeah, it's. I wish things were different. I can tell you that for sure. Oh, hold on, guys. I hear some noise again. I have to double check something. Let me check something. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, so there was a pipe burst in my just in front of my car. I was seeing all this water um, already in front of. I'm like, where's the water? And I thought it came from the trees, but apparently there's a pipe burst, so I need to move my car. Okay, here we go. So I can't even leave now if I want to go. But anyway, yeah, you see, so it's not going for Asia high. I'm thinking of just, guys, just leaving it for now. I could hold on. I just want to read what you guys are saying. I think men don't have the look as Priya. Sure, Lucas getting interested, but your character sucks. You're faster. Um, but if your character sucks, you're faster out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all about yeah. I mean, I could date an MC, Donald, Shorty. Most women can't do that. You guys are funny. Consistency with trading is the answer to everything in life. Just a very difficult skill to obtain. Yeah, I mean, definitely. But once you start, like I said, the moment you are practicing it and you see that patience is rewarding, your like from for example, I was saying, you know what, I don't trust this move. Maybe they're going to leave Asia, and just not even trying it. And even if it will go, I would be fine. But the more times you will see that the patience is rewarding you or keeping you out of trouble, and the one time it goes, it's not worth it for the 10 times it keeps you out of trouble. So if you start getting more patient and waiting and you start seeing it over and over that it's in your benefit, you start to get used to it. And that's where the I would say almost the magic starts, that you get comfortable with trading less and putting less time a trade on. Um, yeah. So I guess I'm going to leave it at here for now because I don't want to actually trade anymore. For me, it's not there's no interest here. Um, Not much to do. It wasn't a bad session. I think we still had some good opportunities. A couple of trades, 100-point trades, 130 or 40-point trades, or 50 it was, and another one. I have to look back. I should write these things down. My brains are not that. I can't remember those things. Um, I actually took these trades on my just a few small steps. I took them on my account, nothing big, but just one micro. But the rest, the big trade, hopefully, is in New York again. So we'll see. And it's Monday, guys. I mean, I actually wasn't planning to trade on Friday. So I'm okay to let today, if I don't see anything in New York anymore, it's okay. First day of the week after a large move. But yeah, let's see. Small, great session for me. Small scales working towards passing my account. Well done. Nice to hear. Um, yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Let's keep an eye on it. I'm going to do some, I need to do some stuff, but I also need to study my driving license. 10 pages today. Um, Something else I need to do. I need to do some more stuff. I can't remember. But, well, for those I see in pre-market prep, I'll see you at 8:50, and we'll be back tomorrow at 2 a.m. Eastern. If the market is nice, we start sooner. I don't know. Maybe I'll start the London session a little bit sooner. I like it. And still thinking about the New York session, but I have to have energy, guys. Matas, hey, you're really good at what you do. Is it possible you could maybe simplify your trading step by step and make a video about it? It's not just one trading strategy. It just depends on what the market is doing. There's just blending more things together. But so it's really hard to make one video about one strategy that you use. It's not one strategy. It's just blending things together, and it's more time based. But it's really hard make one video. Okay, this is it, because it just depends on what price is doing and how it is, and that's why it's not a one. It's not like. So I think the moment you get more successful is that you have an A plus setup or multiple, and it depends on what price is doing, and it also depends on different if then statements, which can vary. Yeah, so it's just very rule based, but yeah, I will think about it. I try to, if I make recaps, go over what I'm looking for exactly, but I haven't done, my most trades now are in my pre-market prep, and I'm sort of like, well, they're becoming longer now, that which actually wasn't maybe the maybe I should do recaps on those, but my most latest trades are in my pre-market prep, and I actually have not made any recaps of them, but yeah. Have a nice learning session with your book. Yeah, I mean, I mean, one of my training strategies is I put these between yellow lines, and this for a reason also, because the information that's here is very valuable to me, and as you can see how valuable it is, we never got below it. We retested it here with the combination of a breaker. So everything, what I'm doing is sort of like building on top of everything. Yeah. But simplistically said, I'm just a distribution trader, trading the power of three. So I try to, if it's a 3 o'clock candle, go to the hourly here. I want to position myself between the open and the low, right? So here it's 3 o'clock. And I think I managed to do so. 3 o'clock opens. Let's show you again. Now, why did I shorten my trades? Because I did not know how far we could go. Either we're going to go here to the event horizon here or to here. So that's what I built. But 3 o'clock, I've tried to position myself between the open and the low. So, and then you try to trade the distribution of the candle. Now, the same you could have done with the 4 o'clock, right? 4 o'clock open, you want to position yourself in the manipulation move. So that's AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. This is the distribution. And we were attacking these highs, right? So not Asia highs, but we did take out that. This is beautiful. I mean, we have inversion, retest of the inversion, which gives you literally also the 2 o'clock. This is the 2 o'clock. Oh, hold on, I'm not on the hourly, I'm the 15-minute. But also on the hourly, you can see it beautifully here. We never went lower. 2 o'clock. You see here, 2 o'clock. That was my first trade, expecting the 2 a.m. expansion, but I just took it very small because of this wick. 3 o'clock, same thing, open. Position yourself in the manipulation move and the expansion. Now there's more to it. You look for more things which line up within that manipulation area, right? And then preferably you want to, and this is what I try to do, the 4-hour expansion, and that is something I do more in New York, but I don't let it ride all the way, but it just goes on for 1 or 2 hours. And here in London, I don't get, it's just 1-hour expansions that I managed to do properly, but not much more than that. I just need more intel. I've ever considered ICT until your stream. ICT should pay you. I've never considered 3. Thanks for your time. Well, thank you guys for your time. I've ever considered ICT. Yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone, but if it resonates to you, it just makes things clearer for me. But then again, it's not only ICT, it's more also time. But ICT is already time-based, right? He just sort of like introduces the concept. But once you start seeing it's an algorithm, you're like, okay, if it's an algorithm, I want to know more. So that's why I dig deeper into time. That's why I said, I'm waiting for 2:30. Look at 2:30, guys. How beautifully is this here? Do you think this is just by accident here? This wick? No, it's not. So 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. both were expansion. Yeah. But anyway, 4 o'clock did not expand. We're just sort of like going back into the range. And we'll see. Let's see in New York what New York brings. I'm looking forward to it. And again, guys, if New York doesn't give me any trade anymore today, it's okay. It's first day of the week. We had a large expansion yesterday. I think we're in for some crazy times. Yeah. So that being said, thank you guys. You're thanking me all the time, but I need to thank you again for hanging out with me. And I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow's London stream again. So is all ICT rules and risk cooked into an actual algo with a bot, as in no human? So Lens, it's called the IPDA, the Interbank Interbank Price Delivery Algorithm. So there is an algorithm behind literally all the charts. That's why you see all these levels are all highs and lows are all ranges are. That's why sometimes I can literally tell you where the range I want to see it go before I want to take a short or a long. Now sometimes I'm off like 25 points, but I always say, okay, I don't want to take a short or long before it gets to a certain level. How do I know these levels? Because they're all calculated levels, but sometimes I'm off 25 points, but I know it has to go up first to go down. So that's why I sometimes let those trades go. I'm like, no, I'm going to wait for that move to the upside first, and then I'm comfortable. Because ranges are all a percentage of another range, for example, or and once you start knowing that, and it's only possible by journaling, and some things I figured out. I there's a lot of time behind it, and I'm still figuring things out. But yeah, it's all algorithmic. It's all like you can like here for example. Why is this line holding? Why are we going here? Once you start noticing these things, yeah, it just helps you. But it still doesn't make it easier sometimes when there's manipulation. But it just helps you to define the area where there might be a reversal or a retracement. And that's why I'm also already saying, okay, we've got this line, this area that I marked. I know there is a chance that we could, but then again, also because we are now, we have a little BPR between 4 o'clock. I'm like, okay, it's not going to do much. Most likely, maybe pre-market or maybe even New York. Oh, and by the way, I see ES. We took Asia. You see that here? ES took Asia already. Swept it. Okay. But yeah, there's an algo. Definitely, everything is run by an algo. It's all algorithmic. There's nothing. The buying and selling pressure from humans come after the algorithm defines the. If they put on the if it starts running, human behavior follows it. It's not initiated by human behavior. The human behavior follows it. So time over price, baby. Yes, I hope you sleep well, Brie Lines. And I think you need some sleep. And I'll see you guys later on. either in pre-market prep or tomorrow in London session. And if I decided to do a New York session, you will see the stream pop up. I love you guys. Thank you so much again for supporting me, hanging out with me, and just being you, and yeah, just everything, just the organic way we are just building this community. I'm really happy. I can't be more appreciative. Ciao, ciao, guys.